Hey guys, welcome to another driving test route video for Wood Green Driving Test Center. This is part 6 for Wood Green. So let's head out and see what to expect, what to see on the road. So the time is 16:39 in the afternoon, so that's 4:39 in the afternoon, the Sunday the 6th of April 2025. So let me just see quickly where I'm supposed to be going on the main road. Okay, so I am on Combe Road. Okay, we're going right on Lordship Lane. So this is what I'm saying. City traffic, it's a headache. So I'm just gonna hold up for this driver. So these are things you gotta keep in mind. If this is your test and that driver takes that first move and you start to move in, that could just be a problem for you because you're not planning and considering what that driver is doing correctly. Okay, so make sure. See, not everyone. Okay, there we go. Don't assume people are gonna give you way. Always wait for your gap. Wait for the safe opportunity. If someone gives you way, then brilliant, but don't take it by force. Okay, is everything set? Yep, set, check, and check. Okay, light is flashing. Be careful because we can't see to the right. So even though the amber is now flashing, be careful as you move off. Make sure you pay good attention to your right. So we're going to be turning left ahead. Okay, so it's just right here. Okay, remember, one-way sign. And then we're turning right. So because it's a one-way, remember, if you're turning right here, keep well to your right. Like I said already, this is why I failed my second one. Just this. Just staying in the middle of this section, for example. That's why I failed. So take your turn. That was it. That was really it. That was why I failed. I was pissed off. Really pissed off that day. So we're gonna turn left here. And then we're gonna turn right. So this should take us to Great Cambridge Road as well. Is it called the Roundway? I think. The Roundway. Yeah, that's the Roundway. And then from the Roundway, we join Great Cambridge Road. So this is my end. So we've got the dual carriageway ahead. And then the 30 sign is right there. Now if you signal here, not a problem. But I typically won't signal because anyone standing that wants to cross, they're aware that, you can't go straight here. So in this situation, more or less everyone knows every car coming from this road is turning left. But then if you signal left, it's not a problem. it's always safer anyways if you do. Just in case maybe you have someone not in their right state of mind. Maybe they're thinking about something and all that. Then maybe your signal might just, tweak something and just prompt them, remind them or wake them up. So, never a bad idea. Except, of course, if it's going to be confusing someone. Like maybe there's another road on the left that might then confuse another driver that, you're turning into that road. That's what you don't want to do. Okay, so we're coming through Roundway still. Be aware of what the driver on your right is doing. Sometimes they can lane too close to you. And if you're not familiar with this road, the layout is going to be changing to 4 lanes. So this is going to change in bits. You're going to have 2 lanes right now, then it's going to become 3 lanes and then 4 lanes. So some people are not aware of this as well, and that can cause drivers scrambling for lanes eventually when they realize it. So just be aware of what's going on around you. But yep, if you're in your left lane here, then yeah, just stay calm, relax, and continue straight. Now keep in mind though, if you're in this left lane and you've got buses in front of you, you might just miss the sign for the bus lane coming up ahead of you. So keep that in mind. Please use your signal just to be on the safer side. Be aware, use your mirrors and merge safely. If you can't move into this lane here in the middle safely, and don't forget, just hang on in front of that bus lane. Don't go into it, just wait before the bus lane there and keep the signal on, and check your mirrors. Once it's safe, then you can merge in. Eventually, hopefully someone would give you way, or there might be a safe gap and then you can go through into it. But make sure whatever you do, don't forget, use your mirrors, signal if necessary. But I always just advise to signal when you're merging in situations like this anyways, especially if the road is busy. So keep that in mind. Now this traffic took a while, so in order to avoid that boredomness and just sitting and watching me drive through the traffic, I'm gonna fast forward it and we'll meet up at the traffic light ahead where I'm gonna be turning right. So there we go, we got a green light. So the previous episode, we came out from the road on the left here, and then we joined the dual carriageway from there. So just right there. Now in situations like this, don't forget, don't sit too much to the left of the bus, just in case there's a bus stop ahead and the bus is stopping. If you're too far to the left and you're too close to the bus, you're going to struggle to see past the bus. So plan ahead of that. See, right there. Oh, there you go. So there's a bus stop there. So being in this position now just helps us see better. Now, if this traffic wasn't there, then maybe potentially there might be an opportunity to go around the bus if it's safe to do so. But it wasn't necessary here, so we're good. And again here, I'm going to just fast forward it 3 times so we can just get through this traffic and continue. So I'm turning right. Wow. These are some terrible roads. So remember, this road becomes one way from this point. Again, this is where you should be looking out for the signs. If you're relaxed enough and you keep your mind around, you will see them. And you've got an arrow down the road there pointing left, so that just means you can only go left. And as you come out of the bend, the speed limit changes. There is a 20 sign just ahead of you here, but it is very easy to miss it. So the speed limit the speed limit becomes 20 from that point. Now when you get to the junction, if you look left at the junction, you would see a 30 sign on your left if you look into the road. But remember that 30 is for those turning left. If you're turning right, it remains 20. So please keep this in mind. It is very easy to miss that 20 sign, but turning right is 20, turning left is 30. Okay, can I go through? Okay, thank you. All right, seems like there is a football match today at Tottenham, I think. And then we're turning right at the roundabout. Now this is a weird one. It used to be painted and it used to be much more clearer, but then they did this thing here that I can't understand. Now if you were to give way to your right, you'd wait right here at the island. Okay, so and then I'll continue around. Gosh. So yeah, that can be confusing if you're not used to that road and you miss that mini roundabout sign. You're probably not even sure where to stop. So it will be just right beside the island there. That's where you should wait. And this is actually Tottenham Test route. So Tottenham Centre is just on the right ahead or coming to pass it. Okay, that driver's got a space to go into on the right. So again here, it's not a junction, the road bends into the left. And Tottenham Test Centre is just the road on the right there. And here we come to a roundabout again. So this is the road we literally turned earlier on. So that confusing roundabout, if you went straight at that roundabout, that would have just brought us here. Okay, so nothing on the right for now, so I'm gonna continue around and off you go. Now don't forget, make the effort to drive around that roundabout. Now your back tire or your rear tire is gonna eventually go over the paint. That is fine because the space wouldn't be enough. But what you want to avoid is driving through it with your front tire, not even making attempt to go around it. So keep that in mind. You drive towards the center of the roundabout and then you can take your turn. And if at that point the back of your car goes over it or the back tire goes over it, that's fine. That's because the space isn't big enough. So at the traffic light, we're going to be turning left, so position yourself accordingly and appropriately. So luckily all the batteries are still keeping up and we've got 5 minutes to go. So Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So you really want to be careful at this junction, especially with the drivers on your right. There you go, another traffic. So I'm gonna move into the right lane because it is faster. I hope I'm right. But remember, on your test, please just remain on the left and follow the traffic in that lane. But I wanna try and cut the time. And actually, remember, if you can do it safely and you can move along with the traffic in the right lane and keep up with the traffic, then that's also good. You know, an examiner is always happy to see a driver who's progressive with their drive and they're moving and changing lanes safely when it's necessary. You know, you can't be faulted. You can't. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. So now I'm going to remain in the right lane because I'm turning right ahead. So I'll keep right. And this traffic here is the traffic that's turning right. That's why we have this here. Whew. We're just around the corner from the test center. So keep in mind, if any of the cameras go off now, we're more or less 90% through it. So we're just getting to the second traffic light ahead, and then we're going to turn right and then straight down to the test center, and that's it. So we'll turn into Lordship Lane, and remember, the test center is just right on Lordship Lane. There you go, one camera's gone off. Yeah, one of the ones on the roof is out. And how many minutes is that? 28. So yeah, just under 30 minutes. So the way it is looking, it looks like I might only be doing one more route for today because the traffic is frustrating. Battery's charging. So I'm charging the other batteries on the go, and that's how I'm able to swap and keep recording, keep filming. So when I run out of battery, I just swap them and start the cycle of charging again. Now you're gonna have this a lot at this traffic light. So keep right as you turn here, because the left lane is gonna go left only. See, keep right here because we're not turning left. That's gonna take you to Turnpike Lane. Now this is one of those situations I often complain about, you know, the lack of signboards, because for someone who is not familiar with this road, you know, you'd go straight into the left lane, which is a normal thing, you know, trying to drive on the left hand side or the left lane. But meanwhile, the left lane is turning left only, and there's no way to see that floor marking from the direction we're coming from. So if there was a signboard up somewhere on the poles with that lane guidance on it, then that would help drivers to take the correct lane in good time. But unfortunately, there are many situations where you do not get the signboards. See that mini driver? That's a bad way to turn. If that was you and you did that on your test, you can potentially get a serious fault there, because that is cutting corners, and that's a very bad one, because clearly the car was there anyway, so there was no reason to have done that, and there's no excuse to why you would have missed that. I mean, the car's right there, so you should be keeping away from that car. So this is the end of part 6. Again, I hope you find it helpful and useful. If you do, please don't forget, like the video, share, and as usual, leave a comment below if you've got any questions or suggestions. So, wishing you best of luck with your lessons, all the best with your driving tests, and so I'm gonna signal right from here early on time because of the cyclist. Now this is why you want to be checking the mirrors in good time. So, yep, all the best with your driving test. Stay blessed. See you in the next video. Peace. And I'm out.